So in order for this video to flow nice and swiftly, whilst ensuring I provide you the most valuable information possible, I'm going to divide this video into 5 sections. An overview of nutrition, what to eat, how to eat, supplementation, and a general word of advice. To start, let's get the ball rolling with the basics, an overview of nutrition. According to Google, nutrition is defined as the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. Nice. Nutrition can also be referred as energy, and these come in the form of calories. Calories, again, according to Google, is the energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 kilo. Oh, my bad. That's physics, isn't it? Moving on. In regards to health and nutrition, calories are the components of energy that are made up in the foods we eat and are also later expended whilst we carry out our day-to-day activities. These calories in which we consume come in 3 main forms: proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Proteins and carbs contain 4 calories per gram of mass, whereas 1 gram of fat contains 9 calories. Protein, as we all know, is needed for muscle growth and repair. Without an adequate amount of it, the process of building muscle is a lot more challenging for your body to obtain. Protein sources such as chicken, turkey, and lean beef are just a few good examples in which you can include in your meals to help you hit your protein intake. Carbohydrates, the biggest source of energy, are therefore not only essential for carrying out regular activities, but also to supply the energy that is required to exert the most amount of effort possible throughout your workouts. Complex carbs such as oatmeal, rice, and brown bread are some very good sources to start with. Fats, despite being the most calorically dense out of the 3 macronutrients, they are still equally as important in favour of muscle growth and fat loss. Your fats are essential, remember, for the production and efficiency of your hormones. If your hormones are inefficient, everything else will be. So therefore, healthy fats should not be ignored. The likes of peanut butter, eggs, and almonds are foods I highly suggest for fat options, as well as protein as well. These foods are low in saturated fats, so can be a very good option to include on your shopping list if it isn't on there already. The macronutrients may cover a large proportion of your calorie intake, but with a lack of micronutrients in your diet, consequently this will lead to a lack of results. Your fruits and veggies provide a ton of health benefits for your body as a whole that you don't even know that happens in your body. But all you do need to know is that you should be freaking consuming them regardless. Fruits such as bananas, apples and blueberries, and vegetables such as spinach, peppers and onions are just a handful of suggestions to ensure you not only feel good externally, but internally as well. And although this one may not contain any calories, drink your water, people. Your body's around 70% water, hence drinking plenty of it is a necessity for building muscle and losing fat. Everyone has a completely unique body composition, but as a good rule of thumb, a gallon a day keeps the doctors away. Just to emphasize, a healthy nutrition plan is critical to transforming your physique into the shape you desire. Work out as hard as you'd like, but without the foundation in check, i.e. the nutrition, progress will be far slower and less enjoyable as a whole. Honestly, you might as well not even try if you don't try to maintain a habit of healthy eating. Making this a habit, however, admittedly can be very challenging for beginners, but luckily I'm here, as I will help to ease this process for you. What to eat? Eating is a form of pleasure for any human and literally any species on this planet. It is what we need to survive, but before I start getting into some deep geographical shit, it is therefore wise to consume foods in which you actually enjoy. Healthy eating is so simple, but not if you're trying to force groceries down your gullet despite finding the taste of them disgusting. Of course, you're going to have to do some trial and error to find food you enjoy, and once you do this though, I strongly advise you add these into your meals as staples, as not only does it reduce the complexity of your nutrition plan, it also maintains the satisfaction you gain from eating, which is what we want. How to eat. Again, the best way to approach healthy eating is by keeping it nice and simple. Forget the weighing scales, food tracking apps, bulking and cutting garbage, those are temporary fixes for long-term solutions. Our aim is to enhance our lifestyle for the long-term benefits. An extremely simple yet extremely effective approach to eating is the portion size method. Breakfast, lunch and dinner include a portion of protein, a portion of complex carbs, a source of healthy fats, and then one or a couple servings of fruits and or vegetables. Bang, straight and to the point. The portions are entirely down to you to decide based on your needs and goals. It would be very time consuming though if I was to whack out lists of portion size suggestions, so to keep things short and sweet, here's a brief overview of what I typically eat on a day-to-day basis. Of course, I'm not saying you have to eat the exact same meals every single day, but it's worth noting how powerful a routine structure can be. Yes, include some variety regardless, but by eating similar and enjoyable meals consistently, not only do you spend less time thinking about what to eat, it is much easier to manipulate the portion sizes based on your goals and needs. For example, if you're focusing more on fat loss but you feel you're eating too much, simply decrease the portion of the carbohydrates or even the fat sources from some of your meals and then compensate by having higher volumes of vegetables in which contain fewer calories in order to ensure your meals remain fulfilling and satisfying. Or, outside of your diet, burn more calories by doing more cardio or getting more active. It's entirely up to you, my friend. If you're more on the skinny side and feel you aren't eating enough, increase the portion sizes, but always consider the quality of the foods rather than the quantity before dealing with this, as the eat big to get big mentality just gets you fat, and you'll feel pretty shit as a result. With bodyweight training, you want to build lean muscle mass, as any fat gain can additionally affect your relative strength in your workouts, which isn't what we want. There's a lot of myths and assumptions in terms of nutrition and optimizing muscle growth and fat loss based on certain time periods. I'm sure many of you have heard of the anabolic window for muscle growth, or even the avoid carbs after 6 PM for fat loss. Ignore it all, people. Just eat at times in which is best for fitting in with your lifestyle, as in order to make healthy eating effective, we have to make it a lifestyle enhancement rather than an irrelevant stressor. Supplementation. As a beginner, I would stay away from supplements as a whole. Being new to bodyweight training, your body will grow rapidly anyway. Plus, regardless of the experience level of any athlete, the best supplement you can provide your body is the nutrition itself. The only thing I would suggest though is the use of whey protein, simply as it is very convenient, tasteful, and can be a useful tool to ensure you consume an adequate amount of protein throughout the day. All in all though, just focus on the most basic but most important factor, the nutrition. A word of advice. Despite how important healthy eating is to progress with fitness and calisthenics in general, please don't be a complete bitch about it. Don't be obsessive with it, as you'll fatigue mentally sooner or later, which will greatly impact the amount of effort you're willing to put into your nutrition and fitness as a whole. Don't let it take over your life either. Consistency is key, but please, if your friends and family are going out for dinner and such, enjoy yourself, mate. Life's too short to restrict yourself purely based on your nutrition schedule. Make your nutrition plan enjoyable to sustain so you can gain long-term benefits and sustain long-term results. And so that said, that is the end of the video. Thank you all for stopping by, especially those who have been watching from the very start. Remember, you are freaking awesome people. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video as well as found the information useful, and although I'm unsure when my next upload will be due to problems with my groin injury, I can assure you I will see you sometime again. So until next time, goodbye for now.